My mom used to like to tell the story that when she would play tennis with me, I would purposely just try to hit her with the balls. She scolded me at one point. She's like, "I think you're trying to hit me, Tony. I'm not going to play with you if you're just trying."
The new HBO documentary, Tony Hawk Until the Wheels Fall Off, has no shortage of thrills, but also shows a more vulnerable side of the legendary skateboarding champ. His superstar status was affirmed at the Oscars last month when he appeared with surfer Kelly Slater and snowboarder Shaun White, all considered icons of their sports. But that doesn't mean they're superhuman. Our Jamie Wax met up with Hawk at the halfpipe where in uncharacteristic fashion, Hawk recently fell and broke his leg.
So exactly 2.5 weeks ago, I was doing my twist right here. And I don't think I had enough speed, and I thought that that would be okay. So I didn't get the full spin that I needed, and I still tried to force it on the wall, and I got tangled up and ended up crashing pretty much right here.
In the world of skateboarding, we expect to see Tony Hawk make nothing but perfect landings. But a new HBO documentary starts with the legendary skater repeatedly unable to land a trick.
I was willing to get hurt along the way, but I didn't visualize myself getting hurt along the way.
How open were you to showing like these moments of falling and also these deeply personal details that are in this documentary?
The skating to me is just that's what I do. So I didn't really think of that being of great interest. I chose to try to do a 900, well, probably what is for the last time. It took a little bit longer for me to get to it than I thought, and there was a lot of crashes, and he went through it in real time. And no one had really shown interest in doing that because who wants to see a bunch of bails, you know?
Sam Jones did. The respected photographer and documentarian is the film's director and a skateboarder himself.
Why did you choose to open with that?
When we think of Tony Hawk and when we've seen Tony Hawk, we think of those moments of triumph, and we always see Tony landing these tricks and doing incredible things. And what I think gets lost in that sometimes is how hard it is, how much work it takes, how much dedication, how much pain you go through. And that footage, when we first looked at it, was so compelling. It told us so much about his heart.
Sure, you can show humble beginnings and determination and things, but I feel like that struggle has carried me through all the way to my adult life.
The film documents the early days of skateboarding and how Tony Hawk's family helped him find what he was meant to do.
They tried all these sports, and all of a sudden your brother brings you to a skate park, and you say, oh, maybe this is it.
Kinda, yeah. And when I saw what was happening at the skate park, that's when my mind shifted on what this is. This is like a daredevil. It was like I was watching Evel Knievel's all over, but something that was tangible to me that I could figure out. And that was when I decided that I was going to do that and nothing else.
He was clearly talented and determined, but because of his size, he did things differently.
Part of what we know as skateboarding as a professional sport comes from you figuring out what to do once you got airborne because you didn't have the athleticism or the strength of the guys who were doing it before you.
I wasn't trying to create a movement. I was just trying to figure out how to get airborne like everyone else. And the only way I could do that was to launch myself into the air and then grabbing my skateboard late. In those days, it was considered very weird, avant-garde. They said it was cheating. I can grab it every which way and do these things in the air. Isn't that a good thing?
And you know, that was one of the things that drew me to Tony from the beginning. And when I learned how to do that, not only was it more efficient, it was way more fun. It's such an incredible feeling.
Because that's when it feels like you're, I was always chasing the feeling when I was a kid of flying, because I saw people flying and I was like, I want to fly. I mean, really, I remember the first time I ever caught my board late, grabbed it and landed, and I was like, I just flew. I'm never going back.
And he never did. thanks to the help of his father, Frank, who launched his career and legitimized and organized the sport, which was both a blessing and a curse for young Tony.
At first, I didn't really care because I was just stoked that we had an event that we're all going to get together at, and then as I sort of rose through the ranks, and then there was these whispers of favoritism, and then outright, accusations against me.
But that didn't stop him. He went on to compete every chance he could. Hawk's career gave the world many incredible moments, like this one, when he landed the very first 900 at the '99 X Games. And again when he was 48.
No matter how deep I dug into Tony's life, I found that at the heart of everything he set out to accomplish, or every impulse he had, there was this drive that he wasn't ever going to let himself down by not working the hardest.
He's an ambassador to the sport and continues to be this day. Skating is what he lives and breathes. His passion was on full display at the film's premiere.
What do you want people to take away from this?
I hope that at the very least it inspires people to pursue their passion and to know that the hard work is worth it. And also that skateboarding's for everyone. It is. All you gotta do is get on the skateboard and you're in.
And that's exactly what he did. 28 days after the accident, he put his cane aside and grabbed a board, something he will surely ride until the wheels fall off. For CBS Saturday Morning, Jamie Wax, Vista, California.
The HBO documentary film Tony Hawk Until the Wheels Fall Off is available now on HBO and on HBO Max. And he is 53 years old. Still doing that. It's amazing.
My God. I cannot get over the feats of the human body when the spirit is just soaring. And he loves this and wants to continue doing it. How do you push through after an injury?
Because he's talented, but also it's that hard work he talked about. Yeah.
Well, love that, Tony Hawk.